the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree no scope, no problem.
It will still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over to Dark. On Zubok. Get this problem. Get a retake. Aware that it may be Dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to save it. QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
Has to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno. And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Wuchu. 90% no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And on the box. Get this cross. A retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's just more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair of Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has to say now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyena's Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
group stage of the Volpid series. Today we've got Cerberus Esports versus Team Volpid. And today, for once, it is finally not Inferno. I'm joined by Garvicator here today. How are you feeling, Garvicator?
I'm feeling very happy because, as you said, it is not Inferno. We have been blessed so far now. The
Absolutely.
first game in 5, and we will be seeing a game on Overpass. A map that itself was seen several times in the group stage in Season 1, but has not been seen yet at all in Season 2.
That's very, very true. I'm super excited to see how this one plays out. Plus, it is with teams that we have not seen a whole lot of. It is Team Volpid and Cerberus Esports. Team Volpid, former runner-up of the previous season. We'll see if they're able to bring things up. Their roster has changed a good bit. Right now, we've got MFG, MDBK, Pixel, Freak, and Frosty. And then on the side of Cerberus, we're going to have is Torment, Killer, UNT, Etri, and James. But as this knife round gets underway, let's go ahead and talk about Overpass as a map. How do you think these teams are going to go ahead and play this one out, Garv?
Well, the thing about Overpass is, obviously, initially it is a CT-sided map. The other thing about this map is, unlike Inferno, you are going to be seeing a lot of T-side AWPing. Obviously, we did see a lot of T-side AWPing, but it's probably not going to be combat AWPing. There's a lot more long angles here on this map that AWPs are going to be able to exploit, as opposed to Inferno, where you have to be quite close.
All right, that's absolutely correct in that regard. There's multiple range angles that you have to watch out for on this map, but unfortunately we have to have a tech pause as Freak has disconnected. I was most certainly disanticipated. This somehow always happens. We always get somebody who DCs right at the start of the game. So I guess that was a tradition that carried over from Inferno. But regardless, we're still going to be seeing. Okay, Freak is back. We should be able to see the match start in just a moment. But another thing that I want to talk about is how important this pistol round is going to be, because CT utility on this map has to be in massive numbers. So maintaining a CT side economy is going to be a struggle for Team Volpid going forward. And now we're just waiting for Cerberus to agree to the unpause. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds left to go on the buy phase. Where do you think these rollouts are going to come from?
Well, I think, obviously, it's pistol round. You're normally going to see at least 3 sets of Kevlar on CT side. Is obviously going to be purchasing up this kit, and I think this smoke is going to be thrown off towards the monster position. I would bet at the very beginning of the round here on the Cerberus side. However, we do see 5 sets of Kevlar. I have a feeling this might be a very quick rush or a bruiser style round. They are going to go in for any fight they can.
Absolutely. It looks like we've got Killer and Torment taking early party positioning. Freak is making his way back over to the A site. They did leave it clear, but it looks like 2 players have re-rotated. That's MFG and Freak. Frosty's watching the short position. He could possibly catch a player upcoming there that is off guard, and Pixel will find the first tap. He's got one. He could have another, but he decides to fall back, and now it looks like we're going to see the opening push from Cerberus, and it looks like Torment's going to find one. Freak's got 2, and he's going to dodge all of the bullets, maybe find a third. No, he doesn't, but MFG will take out Torment, and is very quickly on 1v3 now for Etri. Nothing but a Glock. He swings out. He takes one little hit from MFG, and he looks like he's going to be facing the other way, expecting the flank. That is not coming. Now it looks like he shoulder peeks again. Etri is just absolutely testing the patience of MFG right now. He does recover the bomb. He has a Glock! What a flick onto Frosty! And if he drops MFG here, this could be deadly for MDBK. He does expect the flank! MDBK! He knows it's not coming. Instead of reloading, he swaps to another Glock. And MFG saw a pixel of him there for a split second, but I guess he just did not see it, and oh, MDBK almost goofs that. Misses the first few shots, but he does not miss the last one, and that will be a popped head for Etri.
Certainly will be in CT side, picking up this pistol round. They are going to be looking to buy here onto the SMGs, obviously $600 per kill. Very good to build your economy up in the early game. Frosty is going to, yep, he is going to buy. Not going to be full saving for a round 3 AWP, no matter what. And here on the side of Cerberus Esports, they didn't get a bomb plant in the last round, which means they cannot take the liberty of picking up armor alongside these P250s, but there is a bit of utility here on Beta as they choose to rush quickly here into the B site. The P250s quickly over extending here and flooding the site. MDBK goes down quickly. Frosty picks up 2 as that's a nice kill from MFG. Frosty picks up another, and the Molotov forces all of those terrorist players out of position. Pixel picks up the last kill in the round, and the bomb will be defused nice and easily. That round started well, but quickly turned on its head, as by the look of it, Team Volpid, they decided to fully stack this B site with SMGs.
Absolutely, and I want to talk about Frosty's trigger discipline there in water to let, I don't remember who it was, walk right past him, but he's able to drop 3 players and single-handedly pick apart the B site that was taken by Cerberus. So they thought they had full control of, but obviously they did not. Team Volpid move up to 2-0 here. We're going to go ahead and look at the guns. We've got an AUG on Pixel, and still 4 SMGs on the side of Volpid. They're still saving up their money a good bit, but it looks like full buy for AKs that Cerberus is coming out with. This gun stack could very well give Cerberus their first round here. Torment goes down. He will drop MDBK, however. MDBK was able to put a lot of damage on him, but Cerberus, unfortunately, Torment does in fact go down. It looks like Frosty's got another, but UNT quickly trades him out. We're in a 3v3 very quickly. Now Pixel, the lone AUG. Oh, he's gonna catch one going into connector. It's Etri. He now knows that there is a connector presence, and he knows they all have PKs, and as a result, he's going to be shut down. Etri swings out, takes his head clean off, and now we're in a 2v3, 2 MP9s, both armor, 2 mollies, and a flash. With both kits, it's most certainly not impossible. It's not looking probable, and now the odds are even further stacked against Team Volpid here, as UNT will drop freaking Monster. And now, oh, MFG's head is barely visible there. It looks like Killer will elect to toss that smoke there. Looks like Etri will also smoke off Graffiti. No, he swings out. Killer almost does not see that. Delay reaction, but fortunately for him, the spray was good. Cerberus claimed their first round.
Certainly do, and at the beginning of the round, that was not actually shaping up badly for Team Volpid. What you have to realize is these Team Volpid players, they came into the round with SMGs. If you can just trade down SMGs for AK-47s, that's a bonus for your economy. However, they didn't end up winning the round. They got 2 kills in the end, but 5 rifles once again for this terrorist side. And here on the CT side, the economy has been broken.
Absolutely. 1:43 left to go after, you're absolutely correct, the economy just completely broken on the CT side after losing that round. The guns were stacked against them, but still they had no... They should have won that round if they wanted to keep their economy in a stable position. 1:30 left to go, and we've still got a stack up here in Monster. Torment flashing out connector. Nobody there. He's got a lot of free positioning. Oh, Killer. He does take a little bit of damage from MDBK spamming through cardboard with a deagle. Oh, he sees a head fly by. And he does keep seeing it. MDBK puts some more damage onto Killer here. It looks like James has got perfect crosshair placement to try and spam through it. And, oh man, MDBK is just terrorizing Cerberus right now. But Killer's going to drop Freak, and now MDBK is all alone. No, never mind. He does have Frosty to support him in Monster. But now that MDBK has picked up that eco rifle from us, things are going to get a lot more tense, a lot more slow here. He's watching the connector exit. He'll find Etri, and now he will retreat back over to the A site. Killer watching this Monster play. Bomb still closer to B. They may have done that as a fake A rotate, but it looks like Team Volpid is not fooled. Frosty, oh, that HE grenade! Oh, that could have killed Killer there. But he goofs it, and Killer lives to tell the tale. Now MDBK is going to smoke short, and Killer will spray through. It does not matter. Frosty, he'll drop him through the smoke and through the wall. MFG slowly pushing up towards connector. Oh, he's catching James off guard. Perfectly executed by MFJ, and now it's all on UNT. And Torment, UNT will find MFG. And now it's him and Torment, both pinned in connector / short, and the time has run out. I didn't even notice that. MDBK drops Torment and finds the AK as a result.
Yeah, it's actually very crippling there if you are that terrorist player and the time has run out, because if we have a look here, as a result of not getting that bomb plant and the time running out, Cerberus UNT, he came into this round with $900. Sure, he had that AK-47 and that Kevlar, but now his whole team is being forced to really invest around this one rifle, and we are going to see another AK-47 come here. Terrorists using a tactical timeout to talk over their options, but realistically, we are probably going to be seeing SMGs and maybe an upgraded pistol here, because they need to make sure that their entire economy doesn't fall out of whack.
That's very true. Garbacat, if you go ahead and take over here, I've got something I've got to attend to. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, and so as we get into this round, we are going to be seeing a bit of a mishmash buy from both sides. It's almost as if round 2 has come again, although Team Volpid with the round advantage here, looking to try and extend the streak a little while longer to try and build up that bank. 3 kits here, interestingly, normally only 2 would be picked up. MDBK with a nice first kill here into the player in monster killer rushing through there. I think the flashbang blinded there. Very good flashbang there from Team Volpid to stop the early rush. The other players deciding they would not rather run through whilst blind, probably the correct decision, but the entry frag is picked up for the side of Team Volpid, and now the round slows down. We do see Cerberus Esports here choosing to play very slow here, making sure that no pushes come out here, but as a result, they could be losing map control, and this is something they have to be factoring into account. They don't know how many players here from Volpid are still stacked on this site. Thankfully for them, the only player on A is MFG, and as a result of him being the only player, cannot push this. However, as the clock ticks down, we've gone under a minute. It looks like they are still going to be committing here onto this B bomb site or not. No, they're going to run all the way back through spawn. And it appears that A site is going to be the desired target at this moment in time. James failing the jump there a few times, having to take the stairs. The walk of shame. It's only a couple of seconds round, but there's now 30 seconds left on the clock. They begin to start this A execute. There's only one player here on the site. Pixel boosted up here on Optimus. This is a very nice boost. I don't think I've seen this. We'll have to see if the players on Cerberus will know where to check, and if they don't check it, where to call. They check it, but Pixel picks up nice 2 kills. Oh, there was a stack. There was 2 players on the side. I didn't notice that. MFG is still alive here. Very much alive and kicking. Picks up 2 with the MP9 and ends round favor of saving over 3 AKs has got to be a great boon to this CT side economy, as now the T side is forced into a bit of a safe here. Technical timeout.
It looks like we're going to have a technical pause here. I've returned. And obviously, looking at the end of that last round, things are not looking too good for Cerberus here, especially since their money is really not on their side here. But it looks like we'll have a tech pause. Not sure what for. So we'll just have to see what that's about.
I think Killer might have bought before the call was made, and they might look to restart the round as a result of it. I'm not sure if they're allowed to do that within the parameters of the rules. Obviously, money is a very big factor in Counter-Strike. If you misspend that, that's realistically on you as the player. Although there might have been a disconnect. I'm not sure. If we flick through all the players here on the side, yep, it appears UNT may have disconnected. There might have been a PC crash. He is indeed not moving in spawn. So, as we get into this tech pause, I think now is probably a very good time to look here at this, how this game has shaped up so far. So obviously, Cerberus Esports, the one round they were able to pick up was round 3. That was the initial gun round, but as a result of playing far too slow in round 4, they lost all of the advantages that came with. And so, at the moment, Team Volpid, their money, once again, is not in a great spot. So Cerberus can break it here in this round, however unlikely that would be. We are going to be back on track for a bit more of a scrappy game. But if not, we're going to be seeing a very structured, standard, textbook game of Counter-Strike.
Absolutely, especially on a map like Overpass. You cannot afford to try anything new that you know for a fact won't work. Looking at the stats so far, MFG's come up strong. He's got 6 kills in 5 rounds and 2 assists to boot with it. MDBK's got 4 assists, but mostly because of that cardboard spam that we saw in round 5. Or excuse me, not round 5, round 4. And again, the money on each side is looking kind of, I want to say, evenly spread out. We've got 3 AKs, an M4, and an MP9, and then we've got a Galil, 3 MAC-10s, and as of the moment, Etri has not bought anything. But UNT appears to have come back from his disconnection, but we're not getting any resumes from either team. So now we're just waiting for Cerberus to unpause as Volpid puts their unpause there. And then it looks like Cerberus, I'm not really sure what they're doing. They still haven't given a reason for their technical pause, but it looks like Freak here is just juggling his guns. I guess you just kind of do that whenever you're bored. I'm not really sure what the end goal of this is, but it is a nice MP9 skin and a nice knife as well. But again, this technical pause, it's most certainly draining, especially on a map like this, where it's especially this early in the game where there's just not a whole lot to talk about. Again, the money, like I said, it's looking pretty evenly spread out, but look at MDBK and Frosty. They've got a pretty good bid. They could honestly have dropped, they could have dropped a FAMAS to Freak there, but I guess not. I'm not not sure.
I think one of the key things as well from this is, I mean, obviously I'm the caster. I am all-seeing in terms of this game at the moment, and one thing I'd say I very much disagree with here is Cerberus' choice to fully invest here. I think at this point you kind of have to cut your losses and accept that Volpid, no matter what you're going to do, is probably going to have this overwhelming buy, and you should have saved, because every single player next round would have been able to pull out a proper gun round, and then you would have had the chance to go in, get your round, make that double round streak happen and break the CT side economy. But what you've done here in forcing up now is you've just pushed back the opportunity to do that, likely by obviously higher chance of winning this round as a result of forcing, but higher chance still isn't a good chance.
Absolutely correct. And another thing that I do want to talk about is the 3 MAC-10s on the side of Cerberus. That may be a B rush, I'm not even gonna lie. That may actually just be a straight monster push like they did with the P250s earlier, because the MAC-10 is such a high moving accuracy weapon, and its rate of fire is absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, it doesn't deal damage to enemy players, which is kind of annoying, but you know, that's besides the point. Looks like the technical pause has gotten out. We've got 5 seconds left to go in the buy phase. We're getting ready to see these opening rollouts. Kind of excited to see where they take this. Etchery just hasn't bought anything. Okay, now he gets the MAC-10 and armor. So we got 4 MAC-10s and a Galil. I'm interested to see where this goes. UNT is going to run right through that molly. He's going to be taxed down to 21 HP. That HE could kill him. Oh, man. Spares him with just 12 health. With a minute 37 left to go. And him being the first one in, that is not optimal. MFG is looking to the side of Monster here. Good catch, James off guard. He does. That's unfortunate. It looks like Freak elsewhere is also going to drop UNT. I did not see that. He's in connector. Now looks like the 4-man's going to make the peek. He won't make it successfully. Freak shuts him down, and then Etchery will get his trade. Now a 2v4 very quickly for Cerberus. And this MAC-10 investment is not looking great. Looks like Killer's sticking back at T-spawn with that Galil. The crosshair placement is a bit iffy. Looks like Etchery, he's going to be making his way to bathrooms. Pixel, he's going to take his head off, and now it's very quickly a 1v4. MFG's at the edge of heaven. He's just waiting to get rid of that door. Etchery's not very happy about that, as you can see in chat there. He's a little confused there. But Freak being the only player to go down, but he takes 2 before he is allowed to go in connector. Killer is still just sitting there. And MDBK is just sitting at Monster, and it looks like they're just going to continue sitting there. I'm not really sure if he's AFK or if he's just really disciplined at holding this angle. Oh my god.
Bit of a strange angle to hold, I guess.
Yeah, the crosshair placement is not there either.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the... Oh, and that's a disconnect.
That is
and I think we're probably about to go back here into another tech pause, but I'm not sure. Yep, tech pause being called here by Cerberus Esports. And yeah, obviously, even with that player going into that round, I was critical of it before, and that's obviously one of the reasons why the forcing against a full buy, it should only really be done in the desperate times. And to be honest, that wasn't a desperate time. Sure, you're down 4-1, but there's a lot of time to come back and make rounds, and those start on gun rounds. Your streaks, normally they're going to come from gun rounds, and they're going to continue off the back of them, and stringing as many gun rounds for you as close together as possible. It doesn't normally start when you have a force buy against a full buy and get absolutely demolished.
That's very, very true. But again, they obviously had no control over their only player with the Galil disconnecting, but I don't believe that it would have had that big of an outcome in the end of the round. He may have been able... Let's go ahead and suspend our disbelief and say he drops MDBK. Well, then what? He picks up the AK maybe if he's close enough to him over there at Monster. And it's just... I just don't see it being a possibility that he has to be there. And it looks like... Oh... Okay, never mind. He has returned.
Yep,
Okay.
Looks like players back, and Killer's already purchased up. I think they are. If they're very close in danger of running themselves into the ground here with these. As Cerberus, as Killer is already purchased up, and as a result is purchased up around him once again with one of these MAC-10 and Galil rounds, and they've not worked for them in the past. Maybe they've got some kind of plan coming into this one, but I'm not sure if even that is enough to get over this overwhelming firepower here from the side. Very little util as well to come around it as well, which makes me incredibly hesitant to sing any praises surrounding this buy. And in contrast here, yeah, the Volpid side, 4 kits, pretty much full util on all of your players. Freak dropped his pistol, yep, he's picked it up again. Okay, it looks like we are going to be seeing a bit of a B-set execute here. 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs thrown over. Smoke pops and once, obviously they will be expecting that.
MDBK. It's gonna be Frosty and MDBK. Oh, James has already made his way up there. Frosty can't hit the shots, and now a connector. Freak's gonna be able to get one, but Killer trades him out, and now here we go. Pixel finds one. UNT is gonna be able to trade him out, and then Frosty's gonna be able to find James. Now a 2v3, and as I say that, it very quickly becomes a 1v3. As UNT is gonna make his way over to Monster. MFG is having none of it. Sprays him down very quickly. Team Volpid moved to 6-1.
Yeah, certainly is the case. Team Volpid, at least when I've had the pleasure of casting them, has had a bit of a rocky history. Whenever I've been casting them, they've seemed to have been stomped, or they've been the one doing the stomping, and there hasn't really been much between. And at the moment, it's having it seems to be going the way of Team Volpid going in for a stomp, but we still have plenty more rounds of Counter-Strike to go, and once again, we do have a force buy here in this round from Cerberus Esports. Very little util. Torrent. Gotta love those sanitized player names. Yes. Torrent here, the only player realistically with much util, and he's on a PC50.
Yeah, it's not looking great for them, and he's watching the long-range angle on the flank. Cerberus, this play is a little strange, I'll give him that, but it looks like Frosty's gonna miss the op shot. Looks like Killer's made his way all the way up into bathrooms. What a shot on MDBK. Good lord, looking like Scream out here, but MFG's made the flank. That's the bomb down. Oh, Killer's got to go back and get that. All that positioning that he just took is now worthless. As Pixel retakes it, Frosty misses the op shot again, but he will drop James this time. Cerberus have very quickly been shoved into a 3v4, and it looks like, oh, Pixel just might miss Killer here. He still hasn't gone back and gotten the bomb! Entry's gonna drop Freak from bathrooms, but MFG's gonna trade him out. Pixel grabs Killer as well. Now it is all on Torment with 37 seconds left and a P250, and he is on the wrong bomb site. So I'm assuming that this is gonna turn into a save here, unless he's going for it with 28 seconds left, bomb in bathrooms. He realistically does not have the time. Oh, wait a minute, I think he's gonna play for an exit. He's gonna play for an exit.
But he has to die. He has to die or he doesn't get the money for the next round.
I think that's his plan here. He's gonna try and drop Frosty. Oh, Frosty! You didn't have to do him like that with a no-scope. Torment. Nothing but a P250. Surely he could have just swung that and spammed him, but unfortunately for him, Frosty was having none of it with a no-scope. Absolutely incredible. Team Volpid moves 7-1.
Yeah, and now, once again, another force buy. I mean, I could see some of these force buys working if they were getting the bomb plant, but as a result, sure, they're getting that AK and head arm, and even so, not even all of them, but there is no util, and it's very, very difficult to push through not only enemy util, but any of these bomb sites here without the proper util. These are very open bomb sites. Without those smoke grenades, you are going to be cut down from all of these exit angles.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're going to see our first engagement. Frosty going to take some damage. He misses another shot onto James. Killer's going to drop Freak. And oh, but he doesn't miss that one. James swings out on him again. That was his mistake. And now Frosty's pinned out by bathrooms. MFG is going to find one. So is Etry. And now things are looking very, very, very interesting. And as I say that, Pixel, what a shot. Oh, man, he's going to be able to just entry with it. Frosty's going to drop Torment. And Team Volpid moved to 8-1. Those double obs are unforgiving, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and what we're really seeing here is Team Volpid are just manhandling the Cerberus side. And to be honest, Cerberus Esports, they're all but giving it to them. Once again, they're forcing every single round. Their money is not getting any time to grow.
This is very true. It looks like Etry's just chilling at spawn. He's going to buy an AK as well. So it looks like UNT's going to be the only player on a deagle here. Frosty is going to re-peek. My goodness, not going to hit either shot. Killer's going to push up, take fountain positioning. Now he's going to be flashed in. Oh, looks like Frosty. He's going to be watching for the fountain play. And now watching for Khan. Takes out Demand Party. It's Killer. but he does go down. It's James to get that kill, and Pixel, he's gonna find another one. Now he's calling. Now he knows for sure where exactly all of them are. James is gonna be able to drop him as well. MFG is gonna be able to drop Torment. Now with 2v3 once more. James finds the shot, but Freak finds him in the back. Etchery goes down as Freak will also kill him. Freak with a double to end that round. Team Volpid go 9-1.
But they do, unfortunately, neither of those orbs is saved, so the Team Volpid bank account, if they do wish to come back out with this double orb, will take a bit of a hit. I think MFG knows that they are absolutely dominating, and as a result, yeah, we don't see again full-on eco, as now I think Cerberus Esports have finally realized what is necessary and what must be done. It's going to be pulled out, and it looks like it's going to go right where these poor players are heading. And as his spam comes loose, he doesn't get any of it.
MFG goes down.
Freak is there.
Freak's gotta find two. James finds one with a P250, but MDBK, he's gonna clean up, and Pixel will find the final kill. Team Volpid go 10-1 here. That Negev almost worked, but it just wasn't at the right place at the right time.
Looks like we might not see the first 16-0 this game, but 16-1 looking just as likely at this point. As now we see... Yeah.
That's a good question. Have we seen a 16-0 here in the Volpid series yet? In all seasons? I don't believe there ever was one in the last season.
I think we've seen a couple of 16-2s, no 16-1s or 16-0s yet, though.
Okay, so Cerberus have... Well, Cerberus will be setting a record today, possibly not the one they want to set. Pixel's gonna find Torment. He's now trying to move out and get his trade. He does successfully. And now Frosty's gonna be looking at a connector. Etchery's gonna find MFG, but Frosty, he'll find two. It's Killer and UNT. Now again a 2v3 here for Cerberus. James pinned in connector, and Etchery is gonna be pinned towards Fountain. Now it looks like that grenade. Oh, that was good utility usage there by MFG, or excuse me, MDBK. And he's gonna drop James, and Etchery's gonna be able to take out Frosty. That's another AWP down. Freak knows that he's in bathrooms now. He hears the reloading, and he swings out. Etchery's now looking for it. He'll find the AK, and now Team Volpid go 11-1.
Yeah, and one of the key things here, I think that's really netting Team Volpid so many of these rounds is Cerberus Esports. They have this tendency, whenever the first kill is given up, they abandon whatever plan seems to be given out of spawn. They seem to swarm the area to try and force through and make this trade happen. And as a result, Team Volpid, they can sit and wait, and they just cut down these players from angles they're not expecting.
Very, very true. Now with 1:45 left to go, it looks like we got Torment gonna try and one way. There's smoke! Frosty's not having it. He's gonna swing out, but Frosty's gonna hit him right in the chest with the AWP. Looks like Killer's got a Krieg here. MFG with yet another one-way here in connector. That's actually a really, really smart smoke grenade play. It looks like it won't convert for him. Now as we see the monster play, Killer with that Krieg! Freak is going to be able to find entry, but he'll be shut down by Killer. And now it looks like James is also going to be able to take out Freak as well. And Killer's going to put some team damage onto James there. Not sure if that was intentional. And oh no, MFG's got them both lined up in the tunnel there. That's the bomb down. It's all but finished here for Cerberus. Well, maybe not. Killer's got another with the Krieg, and now it's him in a 1v2 as the Molotov comes out. He's not going to be able to recover the bomb. He's going to be forced to come through Monster right where Frosty's waiting for him. Team Volpid go 12-1.
Yeah, and now Team Volpid winning is almost a certainty. They can lose every single round remaining and still be very, very happy with this result. And Farm Simulator dropped in the chat, and that's realistically what's happening. This game for the Team Volpid players may as well just be a match or like a stat padding session. Look, this Cerberus Esports, they've not been in this game at all since round 3.
Absolutely agree with you there. And it looks like Pixel's going to reinforce that idea more as he finds two at mid. And oh, Torment is blind. MFG will drop him. And now it is all, this round again is all but finished. UNT is going to try and put some shots on Frosty, and he does find Pixel as well. Maybe it's not all over yet. He will have to ace clutch. He finds the man behind him. It's MDBK. Blessed to get the bomb. Oh, that HE grenade could be it. Oh, he doesn't damage him. Oh, the way the incline works, I'm assuming that just blocked all of the damage, and now Freak is going to be able to flash. UNT in a 1v2. This would be the ace clutch to give Cerberus their second round. Can he pull it off? Gonna be able to pick up the bomb here. Does he elect to move back towards T-spawn, or is he gonna move back towards Fountain where everybody's gonna be waiting for him? 55 seconds left. He's got to be able to make up his mind on what side he has to go to. He does not have a whole lot of time to make this decision. MFG is going to go up the ladder behind him. May not see this coming. He hasn't seen him leave this area yet. He knows the bomb is not there anymore. Oh no! MFG shuts down the ace clutch. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Volpid are at 13-1.
Yeah, and now it could be 3 rounds away from victory here for the Team Volpid side, as we do see a tactical timeout once again called here for the side of Cerberus Esports. They are entitled to 4 on every map of the games here in the Volpid series, and so we see a final force, something akin we've seen many times throughout this half. In this last round, James relegated to the Deagle, 2 AKs, a Galil, and a MAC-10 against this very, very potent buy here. Freak choosing not to purchase up a helmet for whatever reason. Maybe he thinks that are going to be a lot more AKs. It's not worth the half a second it takes to buy a helmet in the shop, but either way, 5 kits and full utility here for the Volpid players is nothing to be discounted.
Absolutely correct. And now as we're going to see Cerberus, looks like most of their players, looks like Torment's going to be going towards B by himself. No, he does have backup. That is UNT. He's got backup there in Monster, but now it looks like UNT's going to be heading back towards T-Spawn here. He's all by himself. They have a couple of players in Connector. So it looks like they're setting up a B execute here. Standard stuff. MDBK has made his way all the way to the water position. Frosty, he's made his way into... Oh, Pixel! He'll find one, he'll find two! Right behind him, could he get UNT too? No, Freak is gonna grab him, and now Pixel's got a third in Connector, and very quickly, this Cerberus side has been dismantled. Now it looks like we'll see Torment running up through T-Spawn, a 1v5 clutch with nothing but a MAC-10 and a little bit of utility to his name. He does have an armor and helmet, though. It's not completely impossible. Just, I don't think the odds are in his favor here. Torment is going to have a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to make this happen. MDBK is going to be able to get dropped. He deals about 8 damage. And MFG's waiting for him to push so we can get the knife. Oh, no. Frosty's B-hopping right into it. Ah, that could be it. That could be it. Oh, man. Torment's got a couple of bullets here. He could try and make it work, maybe. They're all going to try and knife him. Pixel pulls it off. That's a knife kill here in the Volpid series, ladies and gentlemen. Volpid go to 14-1 as they successfully pull off the knife there.
Yeah, and this half, it's not been... I'd almost go so far as to say this hasn't really even been a game. It's just been a practice session. If this was a scrim, it would be looking to go 29-1, and I think it might be looking to go 16-1 if we see the same level come out here from Cerberus. And I think one of the things here is they just decided to force buy this whole half into the ground. It was force after force after force, and they had very low chances in all those rounds. And one of the things about the game of Counter-Strike is that you kind of have to play it as a numbers game. That's why on the CT side you have to save, and you can't see people going for clutches all the time. It's because this money is going to dictate not only the way you play the game, but the ability you have to win the game.
Absolutely, and Team Volpid have won 12 rounds in a row and simply need 2 more to close this one out. Cerberus, we saw a comeback earlier today with Yoga Squad and Gotcha Esports. I forgot the name there. We saw a comeback earlier today, and Volpid, they are about to rub salt in the wounds here as they are crab walking with the Julies. MDBK leading the very, very slow charge. It's just moving ever so slowly. Oh my gosh, it looks like Cerberus here in the pistol round. They have no idea what's... And it looks like Killer disconnects. And it looks like MFG is awarded $300 compensation for the suicide of Killer there. James, he has no idea what's about to hit him. He has no idea what's about to happen. UNT is there as backup, but I don't think he's going to need it. Crab walking dualies, while it is funny, not necessarily an effective combat strategy. They are now finally making their way towards long. Flashbang comes out. MDBK will be the first to peek. MFG
Do they
right
have time
behind.
here to make it to site and plant?
I don't know. If they run into trouble, they might not. If they commit to the crouch walking, which it looks like they will. I don't know if they're going to crouch walk during all the engagements. Oh, somebody fired a shot. And that was... Oh, he fires another one. That gives them away. The flashbang onto James.
Torrent could be about to ruin this entire thing, though.
Torment! Torment's got him. He gets aim punched, though. That was an incredible shot. James is going to find MFG. MDBK gets one, but Torment finds another. UNT is going to grab Pixel. And now it is all on MDBK with nothing but dualies. Can he somehow bring back this pistol round? Doesn't look likely, though, as UNT's got a very good angle, and he takes off the head. Cerberus will find their second round. And Torment there, pulling off the master flank, converts 2 kills for him.
Yeah, not just 2 kills, but also the round, obviously. May not have been likely that grab walk into the A site had worked, but, you know, Torment doesn't want to take that chance. He's going to make sure this round ended as quickly as possible. And now, once again, we are seeing the Julies be pulled out here as the Force Buy comes out from this T side. Obviously, Force Buy second round is normally what most teams would like to go for, but we'll have to see if Volpid do the same thing as Cerberus and force every round for the remainder of
Killer's
the
gonna find the first. Oh, Frosty! He's gonna get one with the dualies. Is he gonna be able to get 2? No, he's not. UNT shuts him down very quickly. And now Killer's gonna be able to find 2. MFG all by himself, he won't find even 1, as UNT will drop him. Volpid are just playing with their food at this point, and now hopefully we see them. It looks like that was just a really, really complicated save tactic, as Frosty will find himself an AK. And it looks like Pixel's going to be the one with a deagle, and MDBK will also have a deagle, as now they're going to be going for the legitimate execute here. But they've given enough money over to Cerberus that I'm actually kind of worried that if they don't win this round, things could get out of hand very quickly.
Certainly can. AWP is able to be purchased up in round 3 of the Harp here. Killer picking the AWP up here on the CT side. But in other news, MDBK rips off the head of Etri here as Volpid, they've swarmed the B site and they've got complete control. MDBK pick up a very nice 2 more kills. Freak picks up his first, denying the possibility of an ace, and now this that I was just praising is now forced to try and make this clutch happen, but with no kit and no time. He's decided that it's better just to save it, and they're going to have to play 12 rounds back to try and simply afford overtime here on Overpass, or go into the loser's bracket. Although, to be fair, Metrics Omni is going to be the side to beat for Team Volpid if they are able to make it through here. Obviously looking like very likely MFG gunning down Killer, removing the possibility of that saved up. But if we do go on to seeing Volpid here in the upper bracket, we are going to get a bit of a grudge match. Team Volpid obviously beat Metrics Omni in Series 1's semi-finals to make it to the grand finals, where they were beaten 3-1 obviously by Hyena's Unity. But either way, that is a bit of a grudge match that Metrics Omni obviously would like to see solved as soon as possible.
That is very true. Minute 43 left to go, and we're going to get another monster rush. They are just doing the same thing. MFG saw somebody on short, and he did not, I guess he didn't know. MDBK is going to be able to drop Killer, and this should be the final round of regulation. UNT takes some bullets from MFG. Oh, he gets caught with a nade in his hand. It doesn't matter. MFG is going to try and Glock him. There's no way, as MDBK and Frosty both pick up kills. UNT is going to be able to drop MFG. Now, I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Pixel, what a shot onto Torment, and now it's all on UNT to try and save this game. All he's got is an MP9. No, now he's got an AK, and they are all going to rush him here. That could be exactly what he wants. He is full magazine now, but Freak will shut him down. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Volpid take it 16-3 in an absolute blowout here on Overpass.
Yeah, and obviously Team Volpid completely stomping Cerberus there. Absolutely no chance, not a single round, I think. Other than round 3, did Cerberus Esports really look in this game. The only rounds they really picked up there, other than that, very convincing actually round 3. Round 3 for them was very good on that first gun round, but after that, the whole game simply fell apart at the seams.
Yes, absolutely, and I think you chalked it up best to just the amount of force buying that they were doing and the amount of just damage that they were doing to their own economy. And Team Volpid played that exactly like they should have. They just kind of let that happen. They didn't really do anything in particular that put oh god, just forgot it. It was Cerberus that put Cerberus in that situation, and it just, I don't know. It's just, it was something that Sun Tzu always said. You know, the opportunity to defeat the enemy will be presented by the enemy himself, and it most certainly was there. And yeah, that's basically how it went. That constant force buying really did damage the economy beyond repair of Cerberus there on that T side. They couldn't get anything going there.
Yeah, they really couldn't, and as a result, it ran their chances into the ground, and it's also run them straight headfirst into the lower bracket here, where it appears they will be facing Scandic Esports. I think that is the Academy roster. I believe Scandic Esports did play a game yesterday or the day before, and this is the Academy roster here, rounding off the remaining teams in Group D, as we will see. Oh no, okay. The game has not actually been played yet. That was the Face It results, and not the actual match results, so we will have to see who goes on to face who.
That's very, very true. And it looks like we're going to be trying to get some guys here for player interviews. No guarantees, though. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how that works. Looks like, let me go ahead and see if I can find anybody on either of those teams that will be good for it. Honestly, I'm not really sure. You know, there's really not much else to say about that game, other than the fact that it was just a blowout. I mean, Team Volpid just manhandled Cerberus at the point of attack pretty much everywhere, and it'll pretty much, I mean, that's basically it, you know. That's just how it is, and it looks like we're gonna go ahead and be joined by Pixel here for Team Volpid, and it looks like we're gonna go ahead and ask him a few questions. Pixel, obviously after that absolutely insane blowout, I want to talk about the first couple of rounds on T side. Did you expect to win with the crab walking dualies?
Genuinely, we had issues at the start, some technical issues. You know, my headset was dying, so I had to wait. But I think if we got the timing, we would have won.
I think it would have been funny. I think it would have been hilarious actually if you ended up winning with the crab walking dualies. But that didn't work. Both rounds y'all got absolutely obliterated. But obviously that's nothing to sneeze at. You guys' performance was incredible. I want to talk about something. The main reason that Cerberus lost that game was their amount of just, I guess I want to say force buying. They just forced so much in that game, and it just completely damaged their own economy beyond repair. Did you guys notice this, and did you talk about it? Did you plan for it? And did that, you know, really was that talked about at all?
To start with, they played, I believe, with 2 stand-ins as well, but we played with 3 stand-ins as well. So it was just more or less like 2 teams not really like doing full strats and stuff. It was more or less just like we're playing a pug as a team. So I'm not quite surprised that they kept on forcing, and I guess Tilt came in there at the end, that they just, I don't know, they couldn't pick up any rounds, couldn't string any, even though they got a really nice round on us at the very start. And we thought, oh, we might actually, you know, they're not as bad as we expected. But then, I don't know, it's just they kept on pushing very weird angles and just running into our crossfires.
That's very, very true. MDBK was also on fire this game, and some of those op shots that you hit were actually pretty decent as well. But I want to talk about something. I've never seen Frosty on that op before. I don't know if that's just my memory not doing me too well, but Frosty on that op, I've not seen him there before. Is that like a new thing for him, or am I just not seeing it correctly? How's he been doing there?
I mean, neither Frosty or me are like meant to be playing up, but we just kept on getting like some spawns, and we just felt like we're quite aggressive players, so I guess we wanted to just go for fast picks. So that was the main reason, but usually you'd see it on MFG.
All right, I understand now. All right, I was just curious as to see like where he was and why he was there, but nonetheless, everybody performed pretty well in you guys' team. You guys didn't make any, you know, huge mistakes. You guys just kind of sat back and let Cerberus do their thing, and just kind of killed them afterwards. There was a lot of times where it looked like you guys were playing for retakes, but I guess they just never took the site. I'm not really sure how that works, but how would you say the atmosphere of Team Volpid has shifted after the roster changes?
We're all in high hopes that the final roster changes that we're making, they're definitely the ones that we want to stick around with. So hopefully next season we can definitely bring really good results to show for. Obviously, not saying that we can't show any results this season, but the hopes are high for next season.
Absolutely,
That's our main goal.
and you know, the public has been talking about it. It's no secret that, you know, Team Volpid's roster is not what it used to be. And are you guys, you know, just planning on how are you guys planning on just getting back to that runner-up position, maybe even winning the series this time?
Just, I don't know. We have really good talent, I think, on the squad. So just give us a bit more time. We're starting to find the flow. So hopefully we can, you know, stick around and make it click.
Absolutely stoked to hear that. Garvacade, you got any questions before we go? I'll take that as a no. All right. So, Pixel, thank you so very much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and move on to Torment for Cerberus. But like I said, thank you so much for stopping by. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Volpid on Twitter, the Volpid series on Twitter, all of that. You heard it here first. And that should be it. Pixel, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. GG's.
GG's. All right, we should be moving on to Torment any second now, but obviously... All right, and we are joined by Torment from Cerberus Esports. How you doing, Torment?
Yeah, I'm doing really bad, to be honest.
Obviously, yeah,
Game, yeah.
Yeah, it's no secret that was a pretty big L you guys took. I want to go ahead and talk, you know, break some things down for you. In terms of economy, one of the biggest reasons that we chalked up the L was because you guys were forced buying a lot. Like, you guys forced a great, like, 9 out of the 16 rounds, or not 9 out of the 16, 9 of like the 18 rounds that were played in that game. Is there any, like, was there any reason for that? Was it talked about beforehand? What was the reasoning behind that?
So basically, like, some of the, let's say some of the ecos or some of the, like, force buys were called by me, like, only few. But most of them were actually forced upon the entire team because we had like 2 of our main players who suddenly, for no reason, left the team, or I don't know, like didn't show up. So we had to fill in with one of our stand-ins, and I had to find some random dude on Steam to join the team and actually play. So basically, we ended up with only 3 guys, like 3 main team players who knows the tactics, tracks, and everything. One of the players that I invited to join, like, didn't get along with the other 3, sorry, and he was basically like forcing by every round, and we ended up like following. So in order for us to try to win the game, so basically it was really trashy game. Like the other team like did well, but to be honest, if we had like our full team, we could have like done much more better, like more honorable results. And yeah, basically this was like really bad game for me. Hope that my team, my CS:GO manager, like wakes up and actually do something about it.
I got you. Obviously, having last-minute roster changes like that does not help your case any, and it certainly doesn't help the team. So that was definitely understandable. So it was not necessarily you guys' fault that you lost that. It was just a lack of chemistry between the stand-ins and the regular players. And just in general, you said he was not a very agreeable person. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's like random, like he doesn't know anything, like he doesn't recognize, for example, like my callouts, like the defaults, like the utility we use. Like, imagine just simply like bringing someone out from the street and ask him like to, I don't know, like to fix your car or something. You don't know even like if he knows mechanics or anything, you know. So basically that's what happens, you know. We ended up like me and 2 other guys who knows like utility, who knows like what to do, but the defaults weren't like applied correctly. We had no capability to execute anything. Basically I ended up like calling out basic like CS:GO like rushes or tactics, you know. There were some moments where I called for lurking, especially like on our first round at City. I think I lurked from behind, got 2 kills or 3, something like that, in the back of long. I think that went well. I think if we started CT, maybe we could have had like more rounds to win. because City is not it doesn't really like focus more on executions rather than on positioning. So we could have like done much more better. But again, like GG for the other team. Like you can see the difference with the synergy of the team. You can see the difference with the executions. And yeah, I hope that we achieve more in the upcoming tournaments or in the upcoming games.
Absolutely. We're absolutely stoked to see you guys come back into the group stage. You guys will be playing Scandic Esports. I want to ask you real quick, well, that question really doesn't matter, but are you guys going to prepare any specifically for Scandic? Are you guys going to watch some film maybe? Because I know that we have footage of them on the Volpid Series Twitch and on the Volpid Series YouTube channel. Are you guys going to watch film on them? Are you guys going to try and take them to a specific map? Any sort of maybe opening hints that we can get before that game?
Well, basically, right now our priority definitely to get the full lineup fixed for ASAP. After all, like we have for each player, you know, demo review session with our coach, Swedish chef. So basically, we'll be like reviewing each player, like we'll be reviewing demos for each position he playing, and of course we might have like sessions where we analyze, or the coach actually will be analyzing like the playstyle of the enemy team. We actually have to try our best like to win the next game, the upcoming game versus this team, at least to get back in the results or the scoreboard in the group. And yeah, as I said, like hopefully we'll try like to play one of our map pools that we're strong at. Actually, Overpass is one of our main maps that we actually practiced a lot, but as I mentioned the issue before, like didn't allow us to give our full potential on it.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like you've got a lot on your plate, man. I'm not going to keep you here any longer. Garv, you got any questions?
I think the only question I have is, well, it's not even a question, statement. Thank you very much for making us not cast Inferno again.
Yes. Yes. I don't know who banned Inferno, but whoever did, thank you, because I was tired of looking at that map.
It was actually me. It was actually me who banned Inferno. You know, I was like with the boys, and I was like, "Okay, guys, we have like Inferno, Overpass. Which one?" They were like, "Overpass, Overpass." Okay, let's go Overpass.
Well, it's a good thing you did, because I was tired of looking at Inferno. So thank you very much for that. And
Yeah.
anything else that you want us to? Anything else that you wanted to? Anything else that you wanted to plug before we go ahead and go?
Actually, I want to say like something like I really hope like that the guys, like the teams, especially that are playing on this tournament, like guys, let's try maximum like to play on the Faceit hub of the Volpid series. It's really empty. Like I don't see much games there. You know, it's going to be very beneficial for us and for any other team. You know, to get to know each other, get to know the players from the other team. You know, the playing style. And yeah, it's really gonna help like every team. I think many teams gonna be very helpful for them, and especially like for us, you know.
I got you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Cerberus Esports. This is Torment, and thank you so much for coming on today, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
No problem. All right, and that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the last player that we're going to go ahead and be interviewing. So after that 16-2 game there on Overpass, his first one that's not Inferno, but most certainly was not what we expected. But Garvicate, you got any final words?
I don't think I do, other than thank you once again for turning up and watching. This is the Volpid series. And there is going to be one more game later on tonight. We will be seeing Team Volpid Red take on Alcatraz Blue, 2 Academy rosters, I believe. And that will always be a very nice scrap between the 2 up-and-coming teams for their respective organizations.
Absolutely. But again, I want to go ahead and thank Erturk.gg. Man has been an absolutely massive help on the production team. He's the one producing this stream right now. Absolute unit is that man. And then we've got Loza, our series admin. He was not here for a big part of the game, but he did actually come back a little later, and he started picking things up. So big help to him, or a big thank you to him for helping us out with this one. Thank you, Garvicator, for showing up and casting this one with me. It's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute honor to be a part of this team here at the Volpid series. But the last person I want to thank is I want to thank you guys, the viewers, for showing up and watching this Counter-Strike. It means absolutely the world to me that we all get to put down everything that we're doing on the weekends and do this tournament. Absolutely honored to be here and part of the Volpid series. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Let's go back.
Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Wu Chu. 90 degree no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On to box. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's just more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he can QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair of Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyena's Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno. And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 to grid, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And on to box. Get this cross. He's going to retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to save it. QBY with an 80 squad angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has
huge.
to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.